visitors will find a brand new entryway at the oldest state park in America. Local and state officials joined together to officially open the $6.2 million Welcome Plaza at Niagara Falls State Park, the final piece of a nearly $70 million revitalization of the landscape.
I just want to say a few words about the project, why we're here. It's really a $6.2 million enhancement to the park that did three main things. Certainly there's the basic pedestrian enhancements. We have beautiful hardscapes, walls, wonderful green space, the landscaping's new. We've improved the signage, the lighting, the circulation, everything that makes a patron feel more comfortable and more welcome here to our state park. But there were two other really important points of this project. One is to make a more seamless transition between the park and the downtown Niagara Falls business district. 2 years ago, you could, 3 years ago, if you look over your left shoulder, you wouldn't be able to see the buildings and you wouldn't be able to see all that. We had a 35-year-old tired landscape that was overgrown. There were safety concerns. The old Great Lakes Garden had seen its time. So we have removed that to get those sight lines open and to make it more transparent, because we wanted the patrons to really be oriented to the offerings both within the park and within the city in both directions. The second most important point of this project too was for health and safety with the pedestrians and the traffic of vehicles out along Prospect Street. There were so many points of conflict over the years, and this project really cleaned it up. We've reorganized the circulation out there, made it much safer. Now, all we need are the buses to show up so that we can, demonstrate how efficient it is. So the project has really been well received. We're thrilled about it. What it is it's the final piece of $70 million that we put into this park since 2011. The focus has been to revitalize our park in the way that the great American landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted envisioned. We improved all the viewing points from Luna Island, Prospect Point, Terrapin Point, Three Sisters, and on, the Lower Grove areas. A lot of improvements throughout the park, and this is the last big one. But, and then back in the last presser we had really was the Cave of the Winds. We have a nice historic and interpretive piece, and that was done in 2017. So that brings us around to today, and all the good things you see here today that help set the stage for some fun things. One other point, this whole thing, working with this project, really helps strengthen our relationship with the city. It helps continue our strong partnership with USA Niagara, very much like what we're doing. We're connecting the urban fabric along Buffalo Avenue. We're tying in new points to the park along Riverway, and then going north here along the gorge with our scenic parkway removal project, creating all that new parkland. We have all these connections into the city at that point too, to really strengthen
I speak with great authority as probably the most frequent visitor to this park. I'm going to lay claim to that. I am here probably more often than anybody else. And that's me with a baseball hat and a ponytail walking around trying to be incognito on most weekends, because I think this is spectacular. The state of New York has invested $172 million under our administration, not just in saying goodbye to the Robert Moses Parkway, whose time had come and gone, as well as new hotels and restaurants, and $70 million in this gorgeous state park. The city and the park have a symbiotic relationship. As the park goes, as the city goes, there's a direct connection. And this parkway, and this park here, this new gateway, creates the connection that was missing for a long time. We want people to come here, but then leave and go to the local attractions, stop by the culinary center for some magnificent pastries, go to the bakeries, go to the restaurants, discover the downtown, spend your money in the hotels as we're reopening new ones literally every year. And I want to make sure that we continue that strong relationship between the park and the city so they can both rise together. I will simply say, because a lot's been described as what this project is, Niagara Falls is an enduring reminder of strength and power. We need to have that right now. We've been through a lot. Our country's been through a lot. And as we emerge from this pandemic and enter the post-pandemic world and find ways to build back better, come here for inspiration. I'm encouraging every New Yorker to make the trip here. Take that staycation. You don't need to get on a plane to have a great, fantastic vacation in your own backyard. Come see how magnificent this is. And you've not been here in the last 3 to 5 years, you won't recognize this place. And I mean that as someone who's scoured every corner of this great park. Come visit, but also look at Niagara Falls. Look, it's been here through the ages, resilient, strong, a source of power. That's in our DNA as New Yorkers, as the stewards of this magnificent natural wonder that's spoken about in all around the world. Don't forget that. Don't forget that as we chart our comeback and make our state stronger and more powerful than ever before. Come here for inspiration like I do, and you're very likely to see me, particularly on Luna Island, Three Sisters Island, capturing the essence of that strength that inspires me personally to go on and continue to fight for all New Yorkers and continue to protect our incredible natural resources like this park here today. So I think this is gorgeous. I love everything that you've done here. It is just a fitting tribute, something that's been long overdue, and we finally were able to accomplish it under Governor Cuomo and our administration, and I thank everyone involved.
You know, I think as Mark said, this project is the latest in a series of really dramatic changes to this park. This is truly the facelift, if you think about it, right? Because this is the face we put to the city of Niagara Falls. We've done a lot back in the interior. The Cave of the Winds is different, Luna Island, Three Sisters, Terrapin Point, and the everything really back in the back. The Bay of the Mist is new. But this is our face of the city of Niagara Falls, and I'm very proud to say that we've reopened this, made this, created these axes, these avenues into the city to sort of say we are part of the city, and we really want people to be coming from the city and have these businesses be part of the community that we're creating here. We hope that this facility helps draw visitors into the city from the surrounding area and let them know that there's something incredibly special here. This is the kind of, you want your park entrances to reflect the grandeur of the resource behind them. And I think this facility, this plaza, really gives you that feeling. You really know you're going into a hallowed environmental place.
The entrance to the park seemed like you were going into a foreign land. It was not inviting. It did not yell out to the tourists, come visit. And once you were in the park, you had no idea there was a city. The Governor Cuomo, Lieutenant Governor, and all of the staff recognized that in order for Niagara Falls to continue as a top tourist destination, you had to have a welcoming center. People had to come here and feel comfortable. This now has put the park in the city. Together, they will meld to build. I can't thank the governor, I can't thank the lieutenant governor, and I can't thank Parks enough for putting together what is now a world-class destination, maintaining the integrity of the original concept of the country's oldest park.
You've heard about all the investment that the state has made with regard to this park, and then with our friends at USA Niagara with regard to the downtown tourist area. So it's pretty obvious that the state of New York recognizes the importance of the city of Niagara Falls as well as the importance of the Niagara Falls State Park, the driver that it really is for the state of New York. And so I'm pleased, although I'm brand new at this, I've only been here for about 6.5 months, it's been a wild 6.5 months, I'm happy to announce to everyone that Niagara Falls is turned the corner. It's on its way back. We're going to make sure that the visitor experience in Niagara Falls is one they won't forget.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Here we go. Welcome to our